Why hello there guys, my name is Quaz and I am from RazNQaz, and this is a new series I'm starting where I bring you facts about Pokemon. This is the first video in the series, and today I am going to bring you the first part of the best starter Pokemon altogether. So in this series I'm going to split it into 5 parts, one part for each region, or each generation, and in each I'm going to discuss all 3 starter Pokemon in their fully evolved form, and I'm going to bring you a conclusion on which one I believe to be the best. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so first I'm going to talk about the first generation Pokemon, or the Kanto region starters. Let's begin. First we have Venusaur, the fully evolved form of Bulbasaur. Venusaur is a grass poison type and has a base stat total of 525. Now, Venusaur can have 2 abilities. It's got the normal ability, Overgrow, which raises the power of grass-type moves when it's got less than a third of its health. And it has the Dream World ability, Chlorophyll, which doubles its base speed when it's sunny. These are both good abilities. Overgrow can get you out of a tight situation, but I prefer Chlorophyll as the double speed is really useful, considering Venusaur is quite fast anyway, and it would give it a base speed of 160, which is pretty decent, and especially if you run like a Ninetales on your team, which sets up Sun every time you start a battle. Venusaur has a pretty good all-round base stats. Its highest are its special attack and special defense, both at 100, so you definitely want to be focusing on special attacks, and it can make a pretty good special defensive wall. Its regular attack is also quite high, but I wouldn't recommend using physical moves. Physical defense is also 83, which is quite high, so it can take a few hits. Its lowest stats are its HP and speed, both at 80, but if you're using Chlorophyll and it's sunny, the base speed is 160, which is pretty good. Venusaur is weak to 4 types of moves, those being Fire, Ice, Flying and Psychic, all of those being 2 times effective. However, it is also resistant to 4 types of move. Water, Electric and Fighting are all half the effectiveness, while it is 4 times resistant to grass type moves, meaning it can wall pretty much any grass type that doesn't know any other kind of move. Finally, let's take a look at Venusaur's moveset. It can learn a pretty wide range of moves, although a lot more Pokemon can learn many different moves. The best moves I see are Solar Beam. However, if you don't have the Sun up, that's not the best attack, and you can also learn Petal Dance. However, if you are wanting to run a more physical set, you could opt for Earthquake or Double Edge, as these are both pretty strong moves as well. It can learn Frenzy Plant, but the recharge takes away from its effectiveness. Through egg moves, it can also learn Leaf Storm, which is a really powerful attack, and it can also learn Power Whip. However, these moves do have their disadvantages, but can still be useful in battle. In conclusion, we can see that Venusaur is a very good specially defensive wall that can also be pretty good at attacking. Also, the boost of Chlorophyll means it has massive speed and can compete with almost anything. Now, let's move on to Blastoise. Blastoise is the fully evolved form of Squirtle, and this is the second of the Kanto starters. It is a water type and has the ability Torrent, which is the same as Overgrow, as it boosts power of water type moves when he's got the third or less HP. Its other ability is Rain Dish, which restores a 16th of its maximum HP in rain, which is similar to how Venusaur has Chlorophyll. Rain Dish is pretty useful, especially if you lead with a Politoed or something else that induces rain when it enters. Being only a water type, Blastoise only has 2 weaknesses, those being electric and grass type moves. This is 2 less than the weaknesses Venusaur has. Similarly to Venusaur, Blastoise is also resistant to 4 types of attack, those being Fire, Water, Ice and Steel, all at 2 times resistance. However, it does like the 4 times resistance that Venusaur has. Blastoise's defense and special defense are also much higher than Venusaur's, his special defense being 105 as opposed to Venusaur's 100, and regular defense being 100 as opposed to Venusaur's 83. His special attack, however, is lower, but his regular attack is 1 point higher. His speed and HP are both 1 point less, and he does not get the speed boost as Venusaur does in the sun. These stats also show that Blastoise can be a very effective wall, either specially defensively or physical defensive. Since Blastoise's attack and special attack are very similar, it could be used in either set. Hydro Pump is a very effective special move, and it's also stab. Focus Blast is also available, which is another effective special move. However, there are also physical options. Blastoise could use Aqua Tail as a powerful water move, and it could use Earthquake to deal a lot of damage. The availability of Dragon Tail is also an interesting option, as it can be used to force the opponent to switch out. Blastoise is also able to learn Water Spout as an egg move. This is a very effective move with a maximum of 150 power as long as his HP is full. Blastoise is also a very effective special wall. However, its base stat total is 5 higher than Venusaur, and I believe that Blastoise, since its attack and special attack are similar, it can be a much more versatile Pokemon. Therefore, I would rate Blastoise as better than Venusaur. Now, how about Charizard? Charizard is the final Pokemon for this episode. It's the fully evolved form of Charmander and is a fire flying type. It has the ability Blaze, which boosts fire type moves by 1.5, while Charizard has a third or less HP. It's the same ability, only the fire version, as Blastoise and Venusaur have. Its other ability is Solar Power, which can be an interesting ability. Similarly, it involves a weather effect. However, Charizard's base special attack is raised by 1.5 when the sun is up. However, Charizard takes an eighth of its HP every turn. So, this really reduces Charizard's lifespan, but increases the damage dealt a lot. While Charizard is not defensively as strong as the other two Pokemon, its other stats more than make up for that. It has the highest speed of the lot, being 100, however Venusaur can outspeed it in the sun. It's also got a massive special attack, being at 109, which far outweighs anything that the other Pokemon have. Its HP, attack and defense are all quite low, as is its special defense. However, its HP and attack are around the same as Blastoise and Venusaur. Charizard only has 3 weaknesses, those being Water and Electric at 2 times effective, and Rock being 4 times effective. However, to counter the 4 times weakness to Rock, Charizard is resistant to 5 types of move, and 1 type of move does not affect him. He is 2 times resistant to Fire, Fighting and Steel, 4 times resistant to Grass and Bug, and is unaffected by ground types of move due to his part flying type. Due to its incredibly high special attack, moves such as Fire Blast and Heat Wave could be very effective for Charizard. Also, Inferno and Overheat are viable options. However, if you decide to use Solar Power and run the 1.5 boosted attack, moves like Flare Blitz could be effective, as could Focus Punch. Charizard has the highest base stat total of the Kanto trio, being 4 higher than Blastoise at 534. Now, to which of these is the best, it is a very hard choice, and it does depend a lot on personal opinion. While they are all very good Pokemon, especially Venusaur and Blastoise being walls, and Charizard with his massive special attack, personally I prefer Charizard, and I'm going to announce him as my favourite Kanto starter. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the first episode of my best starter Pokemon of all time. Charizard will be in the final episode, competing against the other top starters from each region, and then we will announce the best starter of them all. So my name has been Quaz, thank you for watching. This is the first episode, the rest are hopefully going to get a bit better. Hope you enjoyed, please subscribe and subscribe for more. Yeah, I did just say that. Subscribe and subscribe for more.